Hello. It's been a while since I've uploaded my last full video here. Really, I've just been kind of busy. Really, all I've been doing is working, and I was finishing up some college classes to get my business admin certificate. So we're done with that now, but we're kind of still continuing on with education for my career path. So this last weekend, my boyfriend and I and our friend group went to Waterworld. It was something we've been planning all summer, and we're kind of down to the wire here before Labor Day and everything closes. And it was a little get together kind of for my boyfriend's birthday. So there were 6 of us that went. So we had a group of 6 people that went. So each of our individual admission tickets was $50, which isn't really too bad. But the tip that I'm gonna recommend for sure if you ever go, or maybe only have one day to go, you don't live in Colorado, is get the Tube Valet pass. Tube Valet pass is $80, but it works for up to 4 people. So we had to buy 2 because there were 6 of us. I bought one and then another friend bought one, and we kind of just split it. We all went on the same rides together though, so it wasn't really a big deal. I will say it was probably the best $80 I've ever spent like at a theme park or a water park. It helped so much. We had so much fun. So what it is you don't have to carry your tubes, so hence the Tube Valet. You just walk up to the ride and it's like you jump to the front of the line, which who doesn't love? So there's a couple rides where you'd have to carry, it's a 4-person tube for a lot of these rides, and you'd have to carry it like all the way up these windy hills they're all concrete. That was a huge lifesaver. You weren't as exhausted at the end of the day because you weren't hauling these huge tubes up these hills. Side note, I'm still sunburned and you can see it. And we went on Saturday, it's now Tuesday at 5:20 p.m. So within the first hour, we went on 3 rides using the Tube Valet, and then a 4th ride just walking right on. It was one of those, you're laying on a mat on your stomach and it's like a race. I opted out of that. You have to take off your glasses, and when I can't see, my depth perception is off, and I don't really want to be going down a hill on my stomach without seeing. When you get to Waterworld, some of these you can buy online. It kind of depends on the day that you're buying your tickets for. So they weren't any available when we went online to buy our admission tickets. So when we got there, we ran to the back of the park, actually. The back of the park. The second guest services stand kind of in the middle of the park, because everyone else was at the front and they were all at that first guest services stand. So we ran to the back. There was only 1 person in front of us, and we actually got the last 2 Tube Valet tickets of the day. So I'd highly recommend it. We only went once this year. We were wanting to go to Waterworld more than once, but schedules were just kind of crazy, and we had busy weekends, and we were out of town, and we had concerts, so we just didn't have time. So for the one time that we went this year, it was a blast. We were there from 10 a.m. when they opened to, I think we left at about 4, and they're open till 6. So that was a majority of the day. We brought in a cooler and ice, and we had Lunchables. We were going through security and opened the cooler, and the lady checking the bags said, "I don't think I've ever seen anyone bring this many Lunchables in before," and we're a group of 6 adults and bringing in all these Lunchables. Now this does work for, I believe, 6 rides. So they're like the bigger rides that typically have a really long wait time, and then other rides that are maybe just not as in high a demand, or they move quicker, they don't have as long of a line. Those are just regular lines. So we did sit in a couple of those too. So I want to make sure I'm getting this right here. So I have it pulled up on my screen. So there's 2 rides that you can only go on once because they're in such high demand that their regular standby line is long. So, you know, they try to get as many people in as possible in a day. So one of them is the Mile High Flyer, which is a water coaster. I went on it last year when I went, and I had to take off my glasses. We waited in line for like 3 hours. So my anxiety was building and I hated it. I went on this time with the Tube Valet. We waited maybe 10 minutes and it was so much fun. And then the second one you can only go on once is called Revolution, which is like a 4-person raft or blow up, and it's like one of the toilet bowl ones. So that was super fun too. And then the other rides you can go on as many times as you want, anyone that has a Tube Valet pass. So we went on, Voyage to the Center of the Earth, which is like a dinosaur one. We went on that 4 times. We went on Storm, I think 4 times. It's at the same area. We went to the Pharaoh one only once. In conclusion, I would say when you're going to Waterworld for the 2023 season, definitely try doing the Tube Valet at least once, and then maybe try it without it and kind of see how it goes, and that's up to you on if it was worth it or not. I totally thought it was. We had a blast in the couple hours we were there. We went in the wave pool too. You have to. If you go to Waterworld, you have to go in the wave pool. We went on the rides. It was so much fun, and I can't wait for next year to go back.